Okay, can everybody hear me? Okay, can everybody hear me? Nope. Okay, now I've got to cancel this. Can everyone hear me? Okay, that's working. Okay, can everyone... Okay, that looks like it's going well. We're recording, we're live. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. This is my first stream, so I'm going to say hello, welcome to Wednesdays in the Minestuck Dev stream. I'm your host, Tanglecat. I am one of the developers of Minestuck. Specifically, I am a structure builder, and one of the things that I'm working on is advancing the development of the consort villages. I am going to be making a variety of structures. I have a master list on my computer that I'm going to be working from. And I think that I'm going to start out just by looking at some of the existing structures that Minecraft produces naturally. And I think that the thing that I want to work on first is the roads, because I think that'll be the easiest thing for me to handle. Okay, so let's see. I want to load. Do. I just need to look at this to grab the right thing. Streets. Here we go. Okay, that is not working the way I expected it to. Let's try. Okay, sorry about this. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Oh, no wonder I couldn't do it. I forgot the... Did it start? Okay, so I guess we're just gonna have to get into building it. I want to make sure that I'm facing north. And... Okay, if any of you have played Minestuck before, you'll know that there are a number of different, let's say, forms that your land can take. Essentially, different biomes. These are known as the terrain land aspect, or just the terrain land spect for short. Give me a sec to check something. Oh, hi, we have one viewer. Hello. Nice to see you. I am gonna jump back into OBS right now. There. Oh, I'm... Okay. So, there are a number of terrain land specs, as I was saying, and each land spec has its own set of consorts associated with it. Those are turtles, iguanas, salamanders, and crocodiles. I'm going to be starting with the turtles, of which the land specs are red sand, white sand, rain, and rainbow. Can everyone hear me? Oh, it looks like we've got a bit of a hitch. Is everything going well on your guys' end? A link? Let me grab one for... Okay. Oh, we've got another viewer. Nice to see you. Hi, Dwebble. Dwebble is another one of our devs, so it's good to see you. Okay, so working on the turtle land specs. Still looks like we're having trouble. Oh. Video quality is good. Low latency is on. Okay, I'm gonna close this for a moment. Checking OBS. It doesn't look like I'm having too many problems with... Oh, we've got some dropped frames. I'm gonna do that. Give me a second, everyone. I need to check on something. Okay, we're still having trouble, guys. Oh, we're now up to 3 viewers. Is everyone seeing me okay? Hang on, guys. I'm gonna hit refresh. Okay, I need to know exactly how much latency we have. Okay, thanks, Dweb. Okay, so my plans for the turtle villages are essentially to have them be sort of recessed. So, a little box kind of like this, with the floor at one level and either ladders or stairs to get down into the nitty-gritty of the structure. Okay, so... Okay, it looks like we're back up and running. Now, this isn't my first time doing the consort villages, so I do have some stuff that I had planned before, but I wasn't pleased with how it turned out. Is everyone hearing me okay? How are the levels for... Oh, wow! We've got a new follower. Ironon. Or however you pronounce that. Pleased to have you. Oh, looks like we've got some latency on the stream. Okay. I'm gonna start by grabbing my block palette. Now, for the red sandstone lands, the ones that I was working with were mostly light colored sandstone with red sandstone added in. It is not red sandstone. There we go. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. However, I want to add more color into the sandstone lands. Okay. A little quiet? Oh, wow! We're at 22 people right now. And we have a bunch more followers. A true fallacy and your lord, 1111. Okay, I'm glad to hear it. Just to let people know, there will be a little bit of latency. I'm a little bit delayed from what you guys can see on stream. Okay, am I still facing north? No, I'm facing east, so I need to be facing north. So I'll just set that as a marker. So this is the current block palette I'm working with. I want to add more color into the sandstone lands because my last versions were all just red and white and they ended up being really boring. So I was thinking of adding in some dark oak fences and dark oak in general. Let's grab some strip dark oak, some dark oak slabs, some dark oak planks. I also want to see about using colors of blue terracotta. Do you guys think that those colors will be good for it? Okay. Solar says, try terracotta. Yeah, I grabbed those. And concrete. I'm worried that the concrete would be just a little bit too bright. I am building this in 1.16. This is going to, we're not going to be updated to 1.16 for a while though. Give me a sec. So this will give me a bit of a cushion to build on. Okay, blue is yes. What other colors can we go on? There are going to be two different versions of the villages. One of them is going to be Prospect, one of them is going to be Durst. So Maybe some purple and magenta terracottas for separating the Prospit and Durst lands. We can go pink for Prospit and blue for Durst. Maybe even some yellow for Prospit. Oh, Dwebble! We have a few new followers again. Trader Capsaicin, Dwebble, Goof Squared, and DodoCinner07. Pleased to have you all here. This is still a little surreal for me. Okay, so I'm gonna just stack these on top. Oh, I should grab some dark oak stairs. They are right there. No, I don't think the yellow will work with the block palette we've got. Yes, Dweb, these are consort villages. Oh. Oops. Hi, Zazzy. Pleased to have you. Oops. Hot and cold. Okay. Oh, I accidentally tossed away the dark oak fence. I don't want to use acacia for my wood in the building because I feel like it would blend too easily with the reds for the villages. Okay, I also want to grab some buttons. Those are basically just for decoration. Okay, does that look like a good build palette for the villages? For the sand and red sand villages? Okay, I'm gonna start by using some stone to just lay out a basic idea. I'm gonna start with the roads, so let's just start with a nice straight road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 1, 2. Alright, I should probably place this in a chunk, just for tidiness purposes. Okay. Here's the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Is this a good width for the road, guys? Yeah, solars. I know about those. I have an idea to use those in other builds. The purple and blue. Okay. I'm worried mostly that this would be a little too small for getting decor on either side, though. Okay, I don't need the marker anymore. Three widths are the same as the normal villages? Okay. So, let's start with the ground. This is for the red sand village, so I want to use cut sandstone. And I'm working on the frostbit side now, so let's grab some of these colors of terracotta. And I'm gonna do a nice little pattern. Oops. Though, no, that's a little too straightforward. How does this look? Okay. I'm worried that it's either too over-designed or too under-designed. You like this Sec 37? Okay. Well, we can always do another variation of the road over here. So there are going to be a few different types of Terminator and straights. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start another one. And then let's go. Oh, sorry, Seek. What would be the ground blocks around the paths? That would be red sand. So I'm just going to lay down some of this as a demonstration. Oh, wow. Yeah, that really does look better. That really looks good. I was worried, so I'm glad that that looks good for this. I'm gonna pull some over here so that I've got something to work from. Is there any unfinished stuff I could show? Unfortunately, I think I deleted the main save file that I was working on. I do have some, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna show you guys some of the stuff I was working on before. Create backup and load. I'm gonna jump into one of my old files. I'm gonna show you guys some of the stuff that I've been working on prior. I'm worried that the red sandstone would blend too much with the surroundings. I kind of want to make sure that this is all laid out so that it's easy to see and navigate from the air. Because right now, a lot of it's just too wide sand paths, and that doesn't look good. We're just waiting for the thing to load right now. I've posted screenshots of this stuff before in the Minestuck development Discord, so this will be the first time the others get to see this all laid out and flown around. Oh, we've got progress! Oh no! Okay, there we go. Still loading. Gonna take a sip break. And just a bit of a munchie. Almost there. I don't know why it's so slow, Solars, but okay, we're in there. And here. Oops, I did not put a slash in there. Let's see. Do another cycle false. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're in. I'm just waiting for the thing to... Okay, there we go. So, this is the first build that I ever made for Minestuck. And it was an early prototype of the Prospect Dream Towers. It's pretty bland. I was working straight from images of the from the comic, and it's pretty tall. It doesn't look that tall from the ground, but when you're up here, it's really tall. You can barely even see the ground right now. And one of my favorite parts of building this was part of the way through, I was listening to the Homestuck soundtrack from Volume 1, and right as I was about here, I was able to fly out, and Dave, it was the one with the battle on the roof, and I just flew out and looked at it, and it was just, it felt really majestic. Yeah, sorry about the low frame rates. Check out the encoder settings. Give me a second. Scene transitions. It's not saying a whole lot. Yep. I've also got one for, whoops, actually I have to be on the right window. The inside is pretty empty. I never got around to actually, darn it, I'm having trouble flying in a single window. There we go, now we're inside. This never got decorated, but the other one over here, which is Jade's Tower, did. Not a whole lot, but enough. I just have to remember where I put the entrance. Because this one does have a lot of stuff on the inside, and it was a little... Oh, here we go. Why did I stick an iron door on here? It's not even majestic, it's just... This was intended for players to just be able to decorate themselves, finding it in the land, in the overworld, near the frog temples. So there's a lot of empty rooms, there's a spiral staircase, I don't have transportalizers, there's the multicolored fireplace, lots of torches. This was before I had any other form of... Oh, I don't remember the staircase, it took a long time, but there wasn't any other form of lighting. I guess you would adjust the lighting yourself? Oh yeah, I think these are supposed to be replaced with transportalizers. Yeah, lots of big empty stuff. Also apparently bats, which makes sense. More big empty rooms for players to decorate. Lots of them. And I think the next one is... Okay, we're almost at the greenhouse. This is one other big empty room. The greenhouse, again with a transportalizer. Lots of climbing stairs right now. I'm just gonna jump out this way, because there's something else I want to show you guys. Oh yeah, over there is the Durst Tower. I really like the color of how the Durst one came out. And we're dropping frames again. This is one of the things that I was working on. I'm planning on redesigning it for later. This is a scratch construct. The idea is that because in game the only form of music is the note blocks, and because the scratch constructs use musical stuff, the player would have to find this in the timelands if they wanted to scratch their session. Inside there's just a little simple slot representing the jukebox. And somewhere around here, I think it's this way. Not quite sure where they are, but I also built some of the prototyping towers. Okay, here's one of them. This is the Prospect prototyping tower. I think I carefully counted every single one of these windows. I think that someone else is working on Prospect and Durst, so I'm sure that their versions will be a lot better than the kind of janky ones I have right here. This is an older world, so please excuse the lag. They're tall, though. I think that the spheres aren't tall enough, though. The ones at the top. And now on to the thing that I'm most proud of. The frog temples that I built. I think that Dwebble is currently working on some other frog temples. Either Dwebble or Cybernet. But this is one of the ones that I made. I even terraformed around it. Kinda jungly. We've got the moons up there. A little bridge to terraforming. getting these stairs to work was kind of hard, and they ended up sticking out. I think that we're developing another block to make them more flush with the rest of the structure. Oh. I guess I didn't finish the inside of this one. I know I made another one. I think it's in a different test world. But yeah. Those are all the things that I made when I was just starting helping out with Minestuck. Over here we have Durst, I think it is. And somewhere closer, I think it's around this side. Yeah. Why did I attach it to the temple? I think I was supposed to attach it to the temple. Oh yeah. This is just a frog I'd found on the internet and built as a placeholder. I've since built a much better frog that's based more of the ones on the ones that we've got. Oh, it was divert. Hi, Riot. I'm just going back through chat right now. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I think that... Do you guys want to go see some of the dungeons that I was working on? The most recent thing I did was a minor overhaul of the Imp dungeons. I'm just gonna fly back here and drop down, so I've got a good place to log out. Oh hey, I know. I spawned in near the sheep, I'm gonna log out near the sheep. Okay. Then... I'm just loading that. Yeah. Yeah, his are a lot better diverts. Let's see. Up here. Fly. Okay. So, all this is the stuff that I made for the most recent Imp dungeons. Don't worry, Shuffled Shift. It's a lot better. Oh hey, Perkusty Cherry! Nice to have you. So yeah, this is all the stuff that I made and most recently submitted. The Imp dungeons are a lot simpler, and they're basically just you go in, you get a loot, you get out. one of the things that I'm most proud of is this. I like to call it the big round room. It's also known as the tower. At the bottom, there's a big hole here, and this isn't implemented with jigsaws yet. I'm not confident in my ability to use them here. I think I'm going to use them in the 1.16 stuff, though. And those get one of the aspect symbols loaded in the bottom. There's a bunch of different rooms. I think this is the frog... Yeah, this is the frog chamber. And it uses my version of the frog statue. And it's designed with Skyam, Prospit, and Durst. And that's just a little thing you could find wandering around. Just a little bit of niceties. Loot, imp spawners. I think this one's the... Yeah, this is just a big one where you've got, I think, a medium-sized thing like an ogre or something in there. There are junctions, lots of different kinds of junctions. Straight pieces. This one actually has stairs. Two different types of stairs. There's a spiral stairs, where? Over here. This is the spiral staircase, and that's to allow for more verticality to the imp dungeons. And there's also this one, which is a more traditional staircase. Yes, it's a little bit of a head bump, but I like it. This is one of the return nodes, where you'd find a return gate to get back to your house. This is the arena. It's basically got, yeah, large loot, and a large underling. I used to... Oh wow, this still has redstone torches here. Give me a second. This won't be in the commit, so it'll have to be changed, but... Maybe I'll enter in there. Or, no, I'll just remove it. This one is the Crossroads. It's just 4. I've got a Terminator somewhere. Right here's the Terminator. It's just a dead end. Because they all have to stop somewhere. This one's just a right turn. It can be changed to go any which way. Yeah. This is the most recent thing I worked on. It won't always generate with stone bricks. It'll generate with whatever the land structure is. Ooh, glowing floor runes. That's really cool. Do they also get put on ceilings? No. The aspect symbol isn't quite going to fit in the top of the tower. The BRR, yes, the big round room. Originally, for the aspects, there's just this little room in the existing imp dungeons that's supposed to be aspect themed, but I really wanted to do something that was bigger and showier, which is why we have these. signs. Yeah. But this is all the stuff I made for the updated Imp Dungeons. And going through and looking at the stuff that I've got is always really useful for getting the creative juices flowing, and just seeing other people is also useful for getting those creative juices flowing. I'm gonna land right here in the center, and I'm gonna head back to the building stuff. Minecraft build structures. Okay. So, back to this road. This road is nice. It'll be even better once I can get some, stuff on it, like lamps and such. And now we've got more frames! Yay! Okay, something that'll fit with that, but also be its own thing. Let's try just a little bit of a that would be better. Just sort of like a corridor. I don't know if we'll be getting the Land of Plush and Impertinence. Let's set out another one just as a test. I've been trying to learn pixel art, but it's not that easy, and I've learned that it's really hard to make stuff look good at such low scales, but it can be done. Alright, see you right, Monday. Color so that I can actually see this better. Okay, I think that's probably good. Let's see. Okay, there we go. There was just a little hiccup with the chat. The other option is to put a stripe straight down the road, but that's just kind of boring, I think. Maybe 1, 2, 3. And no, that's a lot to mark. options that I just make a big straight line and just occasionally dot it with splashes of color. Just sort of random. Yeah, it is hard. So, of these 4 road types, what do you guys think looks the best? Like, what can we iterate on? Bloop. I'm just taking a little bit of a wait because I have to wait for chat to catch up. You like the plus and the equals? These two? Sorry I'm so quiet at the moment. This one? Okay, so I'm gonna make a brief turn just to see how it would look with that one. Let's go 3G. Another one, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, oops, 1, 2, 3, This is surprisingly hard to figure out how it goes. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to get this thinner. I'd have to use something like the computer to figure it out. So we should go with this path for the roads? I'm gonna try something. Yeah, I don't think that looks good. These turns are surprisingly hard to do. Oops. If the corner is less wide, yeah, I agree. Give me a second. I'm gonna open up Paint and try and calculate from there. Got a template now, so 424 313. So 1 2 3 4 that definitely looks better. Mostly I wanted to see if the pattern worked well with that. And I'm gonna do another one with my Durst palette, just to see how that works. Red sandstone just to see how it looks with that. Because this would be for the white sand desert. How does this look with the red sandstone? I can always do different patterns for red sand versus white sand. Let's see how this works with the white. Sort of stuttered it. I think the good thing about stream is just being able to get everybody's opinions and try and brainstorm what works best. Thoughts? Just gonna take a bit of a munchy break. I guess I could use the blue for white sand and the purple for red sand instead of for Prospet or Durst. Try making a copy with the opposite color and see? Okay. There we go. What do you think? I guess it could work, but I don't know. The white looks better, I guess. Hmm. Do you feel like the orange one fits less with the color? Yeah, so do I. I mean, I guess I could just use white sand with these, or... Oh, what about if I used that? Give me a sec, I want to try something. I want to try using brown terracottas. Well, brown and black terracotta. Just to see how that looks. Ooh, I actually like that a lot. What other options do I have for that? There's gray and light gray, which are kind of like the brown and black, but they're just a little bit on the lighter side. Hey, Riot! So these are what I'm currently thinking of for the different paths, for the different roads in terms of design. Okay, Riot. Enjoy your arting. The roads in Prospect and Durst tend to be brick paths. Yeah, I'm working on the Consort Villages roads, not the Prospect and Durst roads. These are just themed to Prospect and Durst. I don't think that the gray works well with that. Let's try... Ooh, that might work. I'm gonna try using white. Ooh, I like that. I feel like it blends better in terms of the colors. I'm just gonna quickly build a temporary after I organize my thing. I'm gonna build a temporary light post. Just as some example decor. I'm gonna stick it there. Grab a lantern. And then over here, one, two, four. And a soul lantern produce. Okay, so this definitely works better for the red sand. That's good to hear. The lamppost feels like it's in the way? Yeah. So then... what about... that? Oops. Where's my sand? I need regular sand for this one. Since this is designed for the regular sand lands. On the opposite corner? Okay, right there then. Ooh, I like that. Give me a second. I'm gonna do it this side. Yeah, I definitely think those work better. I definitely like those two better for the red sand. For the regular sand. And I'm just gonna quickly do this. Just to test. I'm gonna try with the lanterns on the red sand ones. There. neutral color around the red sand would work best. So this is great. Yeah, that's good to know. Lore attached to the soul lanterns? Okay. Yeah, they're probably for heart players, so we'll just quickly change up the lanterns. The lanterns are actually a structure that need to go in the lands themselves for the villages, just to add a bit more oomph. I'm glad to hear that the streets are nice, Webb. Okay, so it looks like we've got a nice idea of where to proceed for the streets. That's good to know. I am going to start setting those up. Since those are just examples, I'm going to leave them there so that I've got something to work from. Now, how many straight paths do I have? I have 4 straights, 2 turns, 2 corners, 3 crossroads. So there's not too many. Oh, and the terminators, which are basically the end. Yeah, unfortunately there's not much I can do for yellow, but because there isn't a whole lot for yellow terracotta. I guess we could try... No, orange wouldn't work. Just regular and yellow? No, those wouldn't work. They're too punchy. And I don't feel like lime and green work well with the red sand. Yes, I have. That's what I looked at first. I've got a master list that I looked at on the Minecraft Reddit. So I'm just gonna... I am gonna have to extend the straight because I have to be able to get spots for the structures to generate on. And these need to be a little wider to accommodate the decor pieces. I'm going to quickly add the other colors of terracotta to the block palette. not part of the block palette. Oops, the jigsaw's over here. And then one there. And one there. On this side. These are going to be for lights and things, and these ones, oops, are for the houses. Or buildings, or what have you. And it can adjoin to any one of these. And then I think I'll put another light here. Well, I suppose either one can fit. I want this to be able to have a lot more buildings attached. So then let's add no, I actually need this on the road. 5 is the usual for the buildings. And I'm gonna have here. Oh, I can just do it that way. What am I thinking? I'm thinking to upwards. And then one there, and a decor piece there. Alright, see ya, true fallacy. I'm gonna just refix this one. I'm not putting anything in the jigsaw blocks yet. I want to get everything laid out before I do that. Thoughts? I think I'm going to start wrapping up the stream in about 10 minutes, guys. I'll lay down the last 2 roads, though. That's a bit off. Oh, I see what the problem was there. And like that. Buildings, decor, houses, stuff. And thinking smaller thing there. Another one here. One there. I want this one to be a lot more dense. basically I want to increase the density of shops and stuff. On this road. Opposite there and oops. And there. 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 And there. Okay, I think that's... Rebel is just 2 Durs. Okay. What would you suggest as a different color for Prospect then, Solar? The main problem is that a lot of the lighter colored blocks I find are just, they don't go well with the red sand. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do with that. Okay. I think that I am going to wrap up the stream for now. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and it may not look like a lot of progress visually, but a lot of work in the planning stages that's been done. I'm really happy with this block palette for the Sandlands. So I think next stream we're gonna work more on the roads, get the rest of those hammered out now that we have a plan. And maybe start on some village structures if I can get to those in time. Alright. See you guys, and thank you for tuning in.